guys, MIGMATIS Golf with a Read to Improve video. Well, the book I'm about to present you is, in my opinion, one of the last resorts. Last resorts if you've tried everything in conventional golf or conventional swing philosophies these days, and nothing's working for you. Then there is one philosophy out there that was kind of molded on one of the best ball strikers of all time, a Canadian gentleman called Moe Norman. And you can go and look Moe Norman up and you'll see all the ridiculous things that people said about him, but basically he hit it on a string. Okay, straightest hitter of all time, most consistent ball striker of all time. Everybody said it. He was a bit of an introverted, interesting chap, so never really made it on the PGA Tour, but has won everything there is to win in Canada and has course records, all over the place. So check him out, Moe Norman. What's so different about Moe Norman? Well, everything. He did everything differently. Most notably, two things really he's well known for, and that is, well, I'd say three things. First of all, his grip. His grip is completely different than anything that's taught these days, or that's ever been taught, really. So his grip's completely different. His setup is very different, the way he addressed the ball, etc. And last but not least was his ideas about taking the wrist lever, or the angle between the golf shaft and the forearms, taking that out of the equation. So essentially going back, up and down on the same plane with pretty much no angle here in the wrist. So very much his wrists kind of this way at address and all the way through to impact, which actually makes a whole bunch of sense if you think about the physics of the golf swing. So anyway, a lot been written about Moe Norman, a lot of great books, but then there was a school of golf or a methodology based on how Moe Norman swung the club, and they called it natural golf. Pretty apt name. But so there's a lot of books about natural golf out there. The most concise, shortest read, and the one that gets to the point the quickest really is this one here, titled Natural Golf. It's written by Peter Fox. Peter Fox, Natural Golf. If you're in despair, you don't know where to turn, and you're not enjoying your golf, and you want to try something completely different and actually pretty sound. I mean, it's based on pretty sound physics, and it works. Like anything, you're going to have to dedicate a bit of time to learning it, but it does work. So just to get you to read the book and to give you a couple of teasers, I've got my Plazzy Kids Club here, so let's go over a few of the fundamental differences about natural golf. So first things first, the grip. Okay, now Moe Norman and natural golfers are taught to grip the club in a very different way than you've been told. Okay, none of this in the finger stuff. No. Okay, the club goes very much in the palms of the hands. So if you're a right-handed golfer, in your left hand, it would go kind of across the first joint here and in the palm of the hand like that. And on the right hand, right down the lifeline. So it's not up in here, it's right down the lifeline. And then what Moe did is he held it like that, with a kind of right hand a bit more under the shaft. So we would call that a strong right hand these days. And he didn't interlock or anything like that. It was just a kind of 10-fingered grip like that. That was what he did, okay, with his grip. So go and read about that in the book. And then at setup, if I can show you, get a close-up of my wrists. At setup, there was no angle here between the shaft and the forearm. If you set up normally, there's a bit of an angle here, and Moe took that angle out. So the line of the shaft went straight up his right arm like that. And if you think about it, then the mass on the end of a club, when it's whizzing round you, creates a lot of force, a lot of weight, and at impact, that weight at the end tends to pull that angle out of your arms anyway. I'm hoping you can see all this. Maybe I should back up a bit, but it would just pull that angle out at impact. So that's not a bad idea, really, when you think about it. If you look at most golfers today, almost all of them have slightly higher hands at impact than they did at address, and that's because of the physics of it. Simply the weight of the club straightens those wrists out at impact. So anyway, those are the two basics. Give you a bit of a teaser there. Go read the book, Peter Fox, Natural Golf. This is a very, very different way of swinging the golf club. It's a short read, loads of great pictures to show you exactly what's going on. When they wrote this, they really thought this was going to be like, this was going to take off and this was going to be the way everybody would swing. It hasn't really, but a lot of people will swear by this system, okay? They enjoy their golf more, they're more consistent, it's easier to learn. I just think it probably hasn't taken off because of tradition, and also people are always reluctant to look silly or look different, okay? It's the sheep, it's the herd mentality. They just carry on doing what everybody else is doing because they don't want to look stupid. But I'm all for different. I'm all for something outside the box. So give it a try. Natural Golf. See you.